Yo, one of the biggest fears men have when committing and locking in is giving somebody power over their sex life. Typically, a lot of men, we have a higher sex drive. So in a situation like this where, he's saying sitting back waiting for my wife to make the first move. So obviously they had a conversation, probably him always trying to jump her bones or whatever. And she felt like, look, fall back, chill, set the mood, and let me make the first move, right? Who knows? We not inside a bedroom, but the thing is this. Stuff like this can make a good man cheat. This can make a good man step out on a bad day. I'm not going to justify a dude stepping out, but it's situations like this that a lot of men go through in sexist relationships. It's always some obstacle in the way of just having sex. Like, it's real simple. Take care of that man. Women will argue, hey, take me out, do this, do that. But sometimes our schedules be so busy that we don't have that luxury to be able to go out, especially if you have a family, you got kids, if you got small kids, you got teenagers, they're active, they in sports and stuff. So sometimes, you might got to do the little microwave quickie, or you might be able to prepare the meal, if you understand what I mean, right? But at the same time, like, let's just be real about it, right? A lot of women ain't gonna want to hear this, but every man, even if he don't step out, the moment you play games, he think about stepping out. Not on some vengeful, spiteful shit, but a man have needs. A man has needs. And when we get married or we get in a committed relationship, we are surrendering to you and your will. When you have a monopoly on sex, you control that. And it should never be weaponized. You should never have to make that man wait. I'm pretty sure this dude got to get up and go to work tomorrow. This is crazy, man. Nobody really cares about men and their feelings for the most part. If you find a woman that really cares about your needs and can put you first and be selfless, man, she's a keeper. There's nothing wrong with her sitting there playing with her phone. My wife do that all the time. But I tap on her shoulder like, yo, it's getting late. I don't know if they had that discussion or that conversation, but a lot of times men, what we need to do is have the conversation about her having a monopoly and explaining it to your wife or your lady a way, like, imagine being hungry and you're hungry and you got hunger pains and that person telling you to wait, keep telling you to wait, keep telling you to wait. What if somebody kept telling you to wait to eat? You just got to sit there and go through them hunger pains. You go to sleep hungry. You wake up hungry. We're a little different when it comes to that. That's important to us. And to some people, that's a deal breaker. Because if you don't want a man to cheat, you shouldn't play with the sex. You shouldn't kind of give him a reason. Now, listen, I'm not saying it's okay to cheat. Don't misunderstand me. But what I'm saying is this could break a good dude. It's dudes that go through this every single day and months at a time. And they'll stay in a relationship or they marriage because they financially tied. They got all these different things going on. They got a family and nobody want to break the family up. But to a certain degree, that's a deal breaker. But it'll be argued, well, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not being romantic, you're not. Well, listen, what came first, the chicken or the egg? You got to give him something that make him get more romantic. I don't know, but I'm going to just be honest with you. The quick way to stretch your relationship out, really stress it out, is to play games with sex. And this is a big thing. And when guys stepped out, they're villainized or whatever. Nobody understand, because that's the ultimate thing that a man can do, to get his needs met. And when a man come to a woman about his needs, nobody takes it serious. They look at you like, who is you? Like, it don't even look right. A man voicing his needs don't even look right. It don't even sound right. They looking at you crazy. Like, that's not even your role. How dare you have needs? That's my position right there for me to tell you what I need, and you cater to those needs, and not you coming to me telling me what you need. A lot of men suffer in silence. You got to speak. And sometimes it may be an argument where you go having this conversation is a tough conversation. And like, you don't never want to threaten your lady to say, I'm gonna step out. But like, yo, you might just have to sacrifice sex for nights. Literally, like, yo, like, we have to have this conversation. I mean, I'm gonna say this, you don't wait till y'all in good, y'all good, y'all sitting down talking at a dinner, taking on a picnic, especially if you're doing what you're supposed to do. and then have the conversation. Because there's a lot of times you could be doing what you're supposed to do, romanticizing, sending the flowers, cooking the dinner, doing all the work in the house, and you still not getting no play. It's guys, I had homies that would get a daggone kid melatonin pills, steam the carpet, cook the dinner, come home. She doing all this, doing all that. Like, guys suffer in silence, man. And it takes a lot for guys to have these conversations with each other when they're not having sex at home. And there's some guys like, I might not necessarily agree, but I understand. Because everybody is not going to keep suffering. Some dudes, they ain't going to break their family up. They're just going to step out, handle their business, and come back in. Some dudes is just going to sit there and not get it. Some dudes is going to end it. Some dudes that have the integrity to say, you know what? Before I step out, I'm just in the situation. I'm going to go file, or, hey, we need to go our separate ways, whatever y'all situation is. You go from there. But why do that? Why stress the situation out? Like, it's a big burden. Like, with women, traditionally, even though we don't live in those times, but traditionally, women in general was always responsible for like the nutrients in the family, like feeding us the right stuff and making sure this, holding everything together and taking care of that man. You got to take care of that man. Like, we'll take care of everything else. We'll go to work early, stay late, but come home and go to sleep on that man. We'll run around with our friends and do all these other things, get up in the middle of the night, whatever, stay up late, do stuff for other people, but you'll neglect that man. You got to care about how he feel. It's a lot of guys out here just not having sex at all. And then they get on the internet, somebody start talking in their inbox, now they back and forth with females. They at work flirting, wherever they at, where there's people congregating. You just create unnecessary situations where a guy could cheat by mistake. And I don't necessarily mean have sex either. And I mean, it's just we gotta take care of each other. And men, we gotta do what we gotta do to keep our woman interested, let her know she's loved, create an environment to where as though she's willing. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna be honest with you. I know guys that done all that and still get this result. So